Hey folks, welcome back. We are, as you can see, playing some FTL today, Faster Than Light. FTL is an excellent, I don't think it's open source indie maybe. Anyways, it's an excellent free game, roguelike type. It's actually not free. It's a roguelike space game, and I've actually played this a fair amount, although I figured I'd record it for YouTube because why not? So we're going to start up a new game here. I'm sure many of you have played this, but for those of you that have not, essentially the way FTL works is you have a ship, and you have to manage all of the different systems and the crew members, etc., while fending off various threats that you may encounter during your time in space. Now, I am going to be playing on easy difficulty because I'm not quite good enough to beat it on normal yet, but we will definitely get there. We will definitely get there. So, we are going to be starting off with the Taurus. We're going to be starting off with the Taurus. That's layout B, the Engi ship. And yeah, let's do this. Alright, so this text is probably going to be kind of small, so I'm going to read it for you. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: oxygen. If the ship's room color changes from tan to red, it means you're losing oxygen. Crew will be damaged, and fires will burn out in rooms with red hazard stripes. And press 1 to continue. Alright, so here's our ship. We're in space now. We got our shields going. Down here in the lower left corner, you'll find the power bars. That's where you can allocate power to different systems. So right now, we're going to allocate the second bar of power to our engines. So we got full engines, full shields, full med bay, full oxygen. Then we got our weapons and our drones, which are currently powered down. So this weapon right here requires 3 energy bars to use. And the combat drone requires 2, and unfortunately we only have 1 left. So what we're going to do now is actually go ahead and deactivate the med bay because we don't really need it yet until crew get damaged. If the ship gets damaged, the med bay won't help, but if crew get damaged by boarding or oxygen deprivation due to breaches, fires, etc. We got 30 scrap parts to start off. Oh, that's settings. We got 30 scrap parts to start off that we use to upgrade your ship. So right off the bat here, we're going to go and upgrade the reactor. This gives you more power bars, and now we can actually activate the med bay anyways. So let's get going. This game is very much about timing, and there are hotkeys for basically everything. So I am going to be using hotkeys, but I will narrate what I'm doing. So just so you know, shields are here, engines, med bay, oxygen, weapons, drones, and then here is this is the pilot sensors, which let you see stuff inside your ship. Oops, I just paused it. And doors. This lets you if this system right here, the doors system, gets knocked out, you can't open and close doors like that. And that's very important because you need to be able to like vent fires and stuff. So yeah, looks like we're good to go. So let's roll. So we're trying to get to that exit. Except we do actually want to do a little bit of exploring first, just because when you explore, you can find new planets, new whatever. The distress beacon is coming from a civilian ship. It appears it is being chased by a pirate, and we have the option to aid the civilian ship or stay out of it. I say we aid the civilian ship, because why not? Ooh, I like the music. It's got some ominous-ass music right now. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Alright, so we are paused. Now, one of the great things about this game is that you can pause and initiate actions. So, the spacebar is to pause, by the way. So, like, he hasn't even powered up his weapons yet. And I'm just, priming actions for when it's time to go. So, get the ion blast. You can auto-fire weapons so that it will continually fire. And this particular weapon, the Ion Blast 2, is great because you can continually keep their shields down regardless of how few cannons you have. So The way shields work in this game, let me get the drone going first. E is drones, yeah, there it is. So this combat drone here, I can't target it, but it will automatically just shoot. So let's let it play out. So battles early on are pretty simple. There isn't a lot to see. We'll get there though. So for the most part, the way that the way that weapons in this game work is for your shields, weapons will not bypass the shields. They can break the shields, but they will not, regardless of how powerful the one blast is. Even if the one blast is super powerful, if you have one shield layer, it'll block the blast. So you need to fire in volleys to pierce shields and then do damage, or use ion cannons like this ship. Apparently, the ship that was being assaulted was a science vessel. They thank you for saving them and offer a small reward. So it looks like we got 2 fuel. You use up 1 fuel every time you jump. 1 drone part. You use up 1 drone part every time you deploy a drone. And 23 scrap parts. Continue. You only have 53 scraps, so we can do a little bit more upgrading. So that little blue thing right there, we got hit by an ion, which disables systems for a short time. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. In general, you want to get shields and weapons as high as possible. Or sorry, shields and engines as high as possible, because shields give you more shield barriers, while engines give you more dodge. Higher dodge percentage. You can see when engines are completely powered down, we have 0% dodge chance, 15%, 20, 25. So that means that every time an attack comes at us, we have a 25% chance to avoid it entirely. Which means no shield damage, no hull damage, nothing like that. Oh, damn. You jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves in to attack. So it looks like we lose power because of the ion storm, and we also don't have any sensors because it's a nebula. Yeah. Oh, and here we go. So the 2 options we have are prepare to fight, but then we also have a second option, a blue option with parentheses engines. That means that because we upgraded our engines, we have a special option. You know, this also applies to because you have a special crew member species, you have a special weapon, etc. You may get interesting options. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually attempt to outrun it, and we successfully lose the ship in the storm. Excellent. Yeah, we probably couldn't have fought here, see, because we're super limited on power, so yeah. Moving on. See this little red thing right here? I'll explain what that is next jump after it gets bigger. An advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Choice 1, attack the automated ship to get to the storage cache. Choice 2, avoid broking the ship. We are definitely going to attack. Power up the weapons, power up the drone, medbay, oxygen, there we go. Alright, see, so these automated scouts actually have no shield. So I'm just going to so you just want to keep spamming on their weapons so that they can't hurt us. See that one weapon right there? That's a missile launcher. Now, missile launchers actually bypass shields, so they're extremely dangerous, but they use ammo. And we're just gonna wait this one out. There we go, we did it. You salvage what we can from the broken ship, 17 scrap. And we have a choice to investigate the station. The station was apparently designed to outfit rebel ships with drone systems. You find a functioning schematic, anti-combat drone. Anti-drone. The anti-drone stuns combat drones attacking your ship. Excellent. So that's actually going to be really useful later in the game once we have, well, combat drones attacking our ship. Let me go ahead and buy a power bar so we can power our new drone. We don't really need it now, and again, we don't want to waste. We don't really want to waste drone parts. But yeah. So Nebula disrupts your sensors, but it makes fleet pursuits slower. See this little red thing right here? That's the rebel fleet chasing you, and you can see this kind of that inner area right there. That's rebel occupied territory, and this is where they will push to on your next jump. So you do not want to get caught in here, or you will be attacked by very, very powerful ships. It's not game over, but you will be attacked by very powerful ships. Now, nebulas are actually kind of nice because they give you more time to explore. Because nebulas, as you can see, make fleet pursuit slower. An unvisited location. The nebula here will make fleet pursuit slower, but will disrupt your sensors. So we will not be able to see the rooms inside our ship, so we'll have to use in our ears, looking at the health bars of our various systems, etc. But the fleet will go slower, meaning we have more time to explore new systems. And here's there are notices for every sector, even if there's nothing there, but for the most part, there's usually something there. So here's what we got for this one. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Choice 1, attempt to follow and help them. Choice 2, keep your position, they can handle themselves. So if I recall correctly, we are the Federation, I think. The other ones are rebels, we're Federation, so we want to follow them. You get lucky and find them floating not too deep into the nebula. Thrilled to be found by friendlies, they come on board and abandon their wrecked ship. We got a crew member, it's a human named Ekman. So here's how new crew members work. So here's our new crew member right here. So we are going to go ahead and assign him to shields real quick. There we go. And slash to save. There we go. Save battle stations. So these crew members, you can move around your ship. So if you click on one of them, you can send them there, send them all over the place, etc. This is how you repair stuff. So let's say drones got damaged in a fight, so we couldn't use our combat drones because someone attacked the drone sector. You would send them in here and you'd start repairing stuff. And let's send them. And also, if you're inside certain sectors, you get boosts. So see these little people above them? That means that when it's manned, you get certain boosts. So when the engines are manned, we get evasion +5, so plus 5% dodge chance. So 25% dodge chance, as you can see up here. When he's in the engine room, when he's not, it goes down to 20. Weapons have a faster charge time, etc. Now, these crew members all have different skill levels, as you can see here, depending on how many times their skill is used. So, the weapons guy has a little bit of skill because he's fired the weapons a few times. Now, you may also notice, so this is a human here. Let me go into the crew screen real quick. So this is a human here. Noemi, human. Humans are common and uninteresting. However, their skills improve slightly faster. So not particularly all that useful, just kind of neutral. For the most part, other species have both benefits and drawbacks. Leo Jun is an Engi. It's unclear if the Engi are partly organic or entirely mechanical, but it's well known that they make exceptional engineers. Engi's repair speed is doubled, but their combat damage inflicted is halved. So in general, what we want to do is use Noemi and Ekman as our fighters for boarding crew, while Liu Jun and Nellis should be our primary repairmen. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is switch Ekman and Liu Jun, because you always want to have crew members in the pilot chair and in the engine room to maximize your evasion. So the weapon guy and the shield guy can run around and be our primary repairmen. Now once we get more crew members, we can station them in other places like the doors. Stationing the crew in the doors make the doors harder to break down for enemy boarding crew. And yeah, so there's a store here, but we're going to go ahead and hop over this nebula. As you can see here, the next fleet pursuit is going to be much shorter because you're in a nebula. We're going to head over here. Maybe we can get some scrap and buy something at the store. Stores you can buy schematics, etc. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it is impossible to tell what is inside. We can attack the automated ship to get at the station, or avoid provoking the ship. And as usual, we are going to attack. Ion blast, train on weapons, combat drone. Let's do this. So, with every ship, you need to manage resources. So we need to manage our fuel, and we need to manage our drone parts. Some ships focus more on missiles than on drone parts, and this ship focuses on drone parts. We may get missile launchers later in the game, although I tend to prefer beams and blasters over missiles. Alright, there you go. We did it. Ooh, investigate the station. Nice, we got some fuel. The station is a storage site for various resources. You salvage everything possible. We got 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 11 scrap. So now we're up to 49 scrap. And we are actually going to jump to the store and see what they have before we do any upgrades. I do want to upgrade my shields, although that takes 2 stages. There's only one other ship at this beacon and it is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. 1 to continue. Alright, so we can hire crew. This is a mantis. The mantis' disregard for individual lives led to their evolution as a vicious warrior race, so they are fighters. They inflict 1.5x damage in combat, have 1.2x move speed, but a halved repair speed. So you basically never want to use them for fixing stuff, but they are good for manning the doors and attacking. So here we got a crew teleporter, allows you to send your crew members to board enemy vessels. Supposedly this is really important late game, but honestly I don't really see it. Clone Bay automatically clones dead crew with skill penalty. Taking advantage of micro cloning, crew heals partially every jump. Jump heal is passive and requires no power. For this generally, either you have the med bay or you have Clone Bay, and we haven't been Clone Bay. Hacking targets a single system, locking its doors and granting the ability to temporarily disable or disrupt it. Requires drone part to launch. Hacking is kind of overpowered, but you really need it late game. Not a lot we can sell. We do have this Engi Medbot Dispersal. Engi Nano Medbots heal the crew outside of the medbay at a reduced speed. Doesn't really look like there's much we can do here. We can fix our hull damage though, and buy some more drone parts and fuel. So this medbay right here, when crew are damaged, you send them into the medbay, and just by magically standing in there, they are healed. However, Engi Medbot Dispersal heals them outside the medbay at a faster rate. Alright, so upgrading shields is kind of a 2-step process because you need 2 upgrades to get another shield barrier, but that's because shields are like mad important. So we're going to go ahead and invest in that right now. Alright, let's go and jump to the distress beacon. Looks like we still got plenty of time, so we might explore some of these lower systems. Only that one has path back to the... Alright. Hey folks, RJ just came in.
Hey.
So I guess he's going to be joining us.
At FTL again. How's it going?
Oh, shut up. I don't suck at FTL.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah, let's see. We're about 15 minutes in, maybe 20, 15 or 20
you timed
minutes.
yourself this time. Good job.
I did time myself this time. Okay, so yeah, so I've already explained to them for the most part how the game works. Did some basic combat.
Yeah,
We're still
I can tell.
We're still in Sector 1, but
No.
Oh, shut up. This takes a long time, okay? God damn it. All right.
He's not actually that bad.
So we just... I hope you heard that. He said, I'm not actually that bad. All right, so we just jumped to the distress beacon. You find the source of the distress call, a small research station. It appears a small laboratory fire out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding.
You can lose a crew member here.
Okay. Choice 1, send your crew in a shuttle to help put out the fire. Choice 2, dock and try to rescue the survivors. Choice 3, leave.
If you have full hull, go with number 2.
Okay. So I guess the choices here are lose a crew member, take hull damage, or leave.
A crew member.
Risk. Oh, it's a random chance?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you have number 2 gives you a random chance of hull damage.
Okay, well I guess I'll take hull
fire.
damage. I guess I'll take hull damage and fire.
Or you just get a crew member. Scrap.
So we chose to dock and try to rescue the survivors. You pull up alongside the station and cut through their hull. You are able to rescue a few survivors, but many more are lost. One of the survivors offers to join your crew, and you offload the rest on a nearby station.
And you got a rock.
That's
very... Wait, can't the rock have just put out the fire?
Yeah. So you get... we got 11 scrap parts and a crew member named Jones. That's a pretty weird-ass looking crew member. And he is weird-ass looking because he is a rock. He's a rockman. The rockmen of Vrachos 4 are rarely seen and are known for their fortitude. Rocks are immune to fire damage, which means they're great for putting out fires if there are fires. Their movement speed is halved, and their max health is increased to 150, which is, I believe, 1.5x.
I remember one time I got to an event where there was some guy that said, "Thanks for getting me off this rock," and I received a random crew member named Charlie. He was a rock.
Nice. All right, so this rockman, we're gonna go ahead and I guess we're probably gonna put him in the doors, just because that's like actually the most vital system in the entire ship.
How about something that doesn't get set on, or something that always gets set on fire inexplicably, and it's a pain to put out.
Yeah, exactly. If the doors get broken, you can't put out any fires by draining this shit. Yeah, so you can actually vent the entire ship to put out fires in certain rooms, because if there's no oxygen, there's no fire. But if the doors get hit, you obviously can't put them out that way because you can't open and close the doors. So that's why you use rocks to put out fires.
And also it upgrades the door system.
Alright, so let's go to... See, we probably have time to go here, and then here, in the back of the exit.
Time for 2 or 3 more jumps.
Yeah, time for 2 or 3 more jumps, he says. So we're going to go down here to an unvisited location. I think after we leave this sector, I'm probably going to sign off. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on our way. This is a pirate ship. They often do crap like this because they're little bitches. So we have the option to pay their toll, giving up 17 scrap metal, or we can reject their offer and probably fight them. So I guess we'll fight them because we're not pussies.
John, did you buy a shield in just only 1 level? You always buy shields in 2 levels at a time.
I'm investing. Called investing, okay?
Oh wait, yeah, no, true. If you get hit by an ion or something.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, that's another thing. So see those little bars right there? If a system gets damaged, it gets damaged top to bottom. So, for example, if my shields take 1 damage, then that top bar right there, which is currently unoccupied, will be damaged and unusable. But my shields will still be up on the 2nd level. Too bad. You will regret this decision. Continue. So I paused already, I think. Yeah, I paused. Alright, so let's deploy the drone. Doesn't look like he has drones. You can tell by the systems he has. He's a pilot, oxygen, shields, engines, and weapons. Same as us, except he doesn't have drone control. Or medbay. So we're just going to go ahead and auto-fire on shields again.
I would auto-fire on weapons.
Doesn't this keep down shields, though, automatically?
Yes, but you also want to target their weapons.
That's a good point.
Because otherwise stuff like that happens.
Yeah, see, so we're gonna go ahead and switch off between shields and weapons here, I guess.
1 shield and 1 gear for weapons. You're undoubtedly the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Gotta talk a little louder.
Yeah.
Hey, we did it! Alright. Here you go! The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap metal. We got 2 missiles, 2 fuel, and 24 scrap, and we can't do anything with missiles yet. So now, let's go ahead and finally get that 2nd shield layer. And it doesn't look like we have enough power to use it.
Yes, you do.
Quite, what? No, we don't. Not with the drone at the same time.
True.
So I'm gonna go ahead and...
Wait, no, you only need...
We don't have any have any damaged crew.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't have any damaged crew members right now, so we really don't need the medbay. Which is why I am depowering the medbay so that I have room to power the 2nd shield layer. Alright, we got... let's just go here and see if we have time. So remember, again, we have to stay ahead of that red barrier. A rebel ship hails you. Federation scum, we've waited a long time for this. Press 1 to continue. So now our ship is pretty well upgraded. It looks like he only has 1 cannon, as you can see right there. So we should be able to do pretty well. See, because he only has 1 cannon, unless that cannon can fire in bursts. Is that a burst laser? It's
no,
not, right?
It's just a single shot laser.
Yeah.
You're also going to want me to take out their drone system.
Yeah,
because that's an anti-drone drone.
Yeah, so see that cannon he has right there? It only fires 1 shot at a time. So it will actually be unable to get through our shields.
You deployed that at exactly the wrong time.
Did it get hit? No, it's up now. Hey, there we go. We hit the drones. So now we're kind of struggling to keep their drone system down, and I am struggling to.
You don't have to shift between shields and drones every time. It'll automatically hit shields if it just hits the shield.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, well, I mean, you can switch back and forth, and it keeps the shield from recharging.
No, I mean that hits
there we
the
go.
shield anyway.
The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. So sometimes when you damage ships enough, they will try to flee, and then you will not be able to get any bonuses from the fight. So sometimes when you damage them enough, they will either offer you a surrender, tribute kind of. Typically, you don't want to take that unless they have a massive amount of something you need, like fuel or drone parts.
Or if it's a ship unlock event.
Or if it's a ship unlock event or a crew member. Occasionally, slaver ships will offer you a crew member.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. But if they try to escape, you just want to keep pounding them. You can also hit their engines or their pilot to cripple them, although we don't really need to because we are hitting them pretty hard anyway. A couple more shots and they'll go down. Yes, enemy FTL delayed. See, that shot from the drone hit the engines. And there we go. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap metal. We got 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 24 scrap. And it looks like now we can...
You know what I really hate?
Go ahead and upgrade to take the med bay again.
I hate it when you don't have a missile weapon and then by sectors like 8, you have, I don't know, like 50 million missiles.
Well, you can... Well, RJ says he doesn't like how you can sell those sometimes, though, right? Sometimes...
No. Oh, wait, no, you can trade them at events.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
Every once in a while.
unreliable.
Yeah, but it's better than not having missiles.
True.
Yeah. Looks like we have time. Do you think we have time for this?
Mm-hmm. You have time for
Yeah, all right. We got time for one more jump, then we have to hit the exit.
This was a horrible jump.
I had no... Okay. This here is a solar flare environmental hazard. So this will randomly set fires in your ship. So I guess I'll have an opportunity to show you guys how fire control works. This beacon has been placed too close to a supergiant class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of here or die. A pirate, apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage. Press 1 to continue. So we got a pirate ship here. It looks pretty weak, but you never know.
It has 1 laser.
It has one. There we go. It has 1 laser. So because of the 1 laser...
You're going to be taking most of your damage from fire.
Exactly. So because the 1 laser will not be able to penetrate our shields, so we can just keep pounding their shields to make sure they stay down.
So recommendation here, John, you can take down some low... Might as well take that. It's 5 fuel. That's pretty good.
Alright, so see, this surrender is pretty good because they offered us 5 fuel.
And you get out of here faster.
Right, and we get out of here faster. So you're considerably more well-armed than I would have thought. We surrender. We can accept their offer or not accept surrender. So because we don't really need extra scrap for upgrades, we are going to accept the offer. And now the FTL drive won't automatically finish charging because we're in kind of a danger zone. So thank God. We got lucky there. No solar flares there. Alright, now see this. So see how these systems have exclamation marks on them. The rebels have control of this location. Very dangerous. So if you're stuck in one of these, as I said earlier, you will get attacked by extremely powerful ships.
See, very dangerous.
Yeah, I just said very dangerous.
I know. See the very dangerous part.
All right. I've never seen an event in an exit beacon. It just always says you have arrived in a long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector.
1.
Press 1 to continue. Oh, never mind. There is an event. A missile shoots across your bow when the jump completes. Your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. Damn it, we weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit. We can accept their bribe for 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 10 scrap, or try to be a hero and attack the pirate. RJ, what do you think?
You'll get more from scrapping their ship, and they only have 2 guns. You have 2 shield layers. They're both single shot things.
How can you tell? He's pointing at the sort of gun ports right now. I can't really tell just from looking at that, but he's way more experienced at this than me. So we will try to be a hero. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons on your ship. Continue. So that for those of you wondering, I just clicked on that option there. I've been hitting the 1 and 2 keys. As I said earlier, a bunch of this is hotkeys because you have to be very fast. But I promised I would, and I have been narrating everything I do. So they only have 2 weapons, and we have 2 shield layers. Again, no matter how powerful those single-shot weapons are, single-shot weapons, they will not be able to break our shields. So we will just keep spamming on their shields instead of weapons. That's what I'm talking fire in volleys. You need to fire in bursts like that, because if they had a 3rd gun, then one of those 3 lasers would have gotten through. Whereas if they had fired like pow, 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 then the shields might have gone up and it wouldn't have worked. Fine, our previous offer was not generous enough, let's improve it. So we have 5 fuel, that's pretty good.
I think you still get. You're good on fuel for now.
Yeah, we're good on fuel, we have 20. So we can accept a more generous bribe and leave, or we can reject our offer and reject their offer and continue the assault. We are going to reject, because we are mean, galactic conquerors, sort of. The combat drone automatically just attacks random stuff. In general, you want to... So they're actually... I'll explain more about this later once we get upgraded sensors and can start targeting things with more weapons. There are priorities to the way AI will repair their systems. So in general, you want to attack oxygen first because that's the most critical. So they will run away from other systems and you can attack those other systems. The pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap metal. You go to examine the ship you just saved, and we should have just taken the bribe to begin with. Although the ship we saved might give us stuff. So we got 13 scrap. The pirate's victim quickly jumps away before you have a chance to speak to them.
Damn it. Okay, whatever. Not a huge loss.
Okay, whatever, not a huge loss.
Sometimes they give you a pretty good amount of scrap. It's a risk worth taking.
Alright, so we are just in time. So we are in the exit beacon, which means we can jump to the next sector. So we are just about to do that. And I will see you all next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Check the description for my social media links. And I will see you all later. Do not ruin it for me this time.
Damn it.
Signing off.